think it's working. I never know. Good afternoon. It's Thursday afternoon. I'm excited because it's almost the weekend, and I wanted to say hello real quick and talk about personal development. I'm not sure what your opinion is on this, but for me, personal development started where I really focused on it about a year ago. And some of you know, some of you may not, I started coaching with Beachbody, and through that, I've really expanded a lot of my life. But what I've learned from them and from that is personal development. And so for me, what that meant was starting to change things and starting to change some of my habits, starting to change some of the things I did every day. And so it's been like a huge thing for me. It's been really good. So I wanted to pass on a little bit about what I learned, and maybe you can use some of it in your life and use some of it to think about how you do things daily. And you don't have to buy anything. You don't have to exercise. You don't have to jump around. Basically, it's just changing like one little small thing of your day, and it can do a lot for you. So basically what personal development is, it's like a continuous lifelong process of improving yourself. So it's basically coming up with some goals for yourself and how you want to make things better. You might think life is great right now, and that is awesome. But after you watch this, maybe you'll have some new ideas of some things you can do differently. So whenever you think of personal development, you're going to want to think about your social growth, emotional, cognitive, physical, and I said emotional. So those are kind of some areas of personal development that you can think about when you decide kind of where you want to go. So let's just start with some things you could do. One of the things you could do is developing a new skill. You could take a class. You could learn how to garden, things like that, just like things that are more concrete. Reading a book, that has been a big thing for me. So I've done a ton of books on Audible. If you follow me on Instagram, I post all the books I read because they've been so big for me. So one of the things I wanted to do was grow a business. So I've been reading a lot of stuff on being an entrepreneur and money and how to build a business. So that's been kind of like my goal and my road I took, but you can take a completely different one. You just have to kind of think about what you would like. So you could do a podcast. That's another really good one to do. That's in the car that I do. That's helpful. There's Spotify, and then there's also Apple Podcasts, and it doesn't cost anything. You can just get on there and pick something of your interest, and then from there, you're going to learn something else and learn about somebody else. It's really helpful. I have learned so much through the podcast in regards to the direction I want to take. And so I've also learned about books through podcasts, and so it'll kind of take you on a direction of whatever your interest is. And then mindfulness is another really big one that I think is helpful whenever you're thinking about personal development. And how mindful are you being? Are you taking time for yourself every day to kind of just like breathe and feel your body and just be in the moment? So those are some of the things that I have done this past year with my personal development that have cost nothing, and it does not involve exercising or purchasing anything, which has been really, really helpful. One of the things when you're thinking about changing, if you're not super happy all the time, or you feel like you're just down and you feel like things aren't what you would want them to be, some of the things to ask yourself: what are you listening to in the car? Are you listening to music? Are you listening to talk news radio? What is it? Things that make you happy? Is it things that bring you down? So paying attention to like what you're listening to. Another thing is, what are you reading? Are you reading the newspaper? Are you reading magazines that you enjoy, that have to do with things that interest you? If not, find some. Order some off Amazon of things that you really like that would interest you to help you kind of move on to find something exciting for yourself. Who are your friends? On Facebook, one of the cool things you can do is you can unfollow people. So you don't have to necessarily unfriend people, but if there's people on your Facebook or on your Instagram that bring you down, that you get frustrated with, you can unfollow them. You don't have to see their posts. So it can't, because that stuff messes with your mind, right? That'll mess with your day. It can mess with your emotions. Unfollow people that bring you down. Unfollow friends that every time you see it, you're like, oh my God, why are they posting that? Because that just, it doesn't, don't need it. You don't need the negativity. You don't need the drama. So that is another tip that I have. Also, what are your habits? What are the things you're doing daily? Are they things that are good for you that are going to help you move to the goals that you want? Those are some things that you can think about when you're thinking about changing something in your life. I know most of you on here are moms or have families, And a lot of us just get stuck in that role, but it doesn't have to be that way. You can be a mom, plus you can be all the other things that you want to be. And I think it's really important that we remember that, and that we have our own goals. Our kids are only going to be little for a certain amount of time. And then after that, what are you going to do? What is your plan? What are things going to be like for you as you get older? We need goals too. We need things to make us feel good, that fulfill us. So something to think about, just check out some of the ideas that I said. If you would like some ideas on podcasts or books that I've read that I really enjoyed, check out my Instagram. If you look at the little circles under my name, let's say like fitness, books, podcasts, just click on that and you'll be able to see a lot of the ones I've done this past year that I've enjoyed. So you can check that out. And yeah, I guess that's it. I hope that's helpful. I know life is tough right now. The world is in a crazy, crazy place, and we are affected by it even if we don't think so. Everything we hear, everything we watch, it gets inside. So make sure you're surrounding yourself with people that you want to be like, people that make you feel good, listening to things that make you feel good and make you want to be a better person. And yeah, that's it. All right. I hope you guys have a great day, and let me know what you think of this video. Have a great day. Bye.